How old were you when you first rode motorbike?
I was 3 years old. I got a motorbike bought for me for my third birthday, so I started after that.
When did you first start Speedway?
I started Speedway after watching the Premier League Fours back in 2008. I really enjoyed watching the meeting, and after retiring from motocross, I decided to try my hand at Speedway, and it all kind of kicked off from there.
Have you ever been in another Speedway team?
Yeah, I rode for Workington for my first 2 years, 2009, 2010, and then the Monarchs bought me in 2011, and I rode for Monarchs since then.
What are your best achievements in Speedway?
Last year I won the Premier League Riders Championship down at Sheffield. I think that's got to be a massive achievement for me, and since I've only been racing for 4 years.
What are your goals in Speedway?
I think obviously I aim high, so the Grand Prix is where I'd like to be. That's definitely one of my goals.
Do you still ride motorbikes?
Yeah, I still ride motocross bikes. I've got my own motocross track down in Cumbria. So when I've got a little bit of spare time, I like to get out and enjoy myself on the motocross bike.
Who's your current favourite Speedway rider? Mine is Antonio Limbach after you.
That's kind of you. I think there's a lot of top guys out there. I've got a lot of I admire a lot of top guys. You just got to look how dedicated the dedication of Nicky Pedersen, and obviously the talent of Darcy Ward. So I think they're probably two of my top guys.
How did you get into Speedway?
That was in 2008 after watching the Premier League Fours at Workington. It really inspired me, so it all kind of went from there.
Why do you name your Speedway bike engines?
Yeah, it's just a silly thing, we just decided to name them, and I think obviously if they've got names on, then you can tell which one's which. So we always name them silly names. So.
Why is this one called Shadrach?
Because my dad looks like Shadrach Dingle.
What's your favourite Speedway track?
I love Armadale. The track's always pretty perfect. So it's a place I love to come and ride, and yeah, I think it's Armadale.
Have you had any serious accidents?
Yeah, I've had a couple of broken wrists, broken ribs, but I think that's about as serious as it gets. I've not had no broken backs, broken necks, so like touch wood, nothing like that ever happens.
How do you get sponsors?
I think it's if you through dedication and want the will to win. I think if you impress people, then the sponsors will come.
Do you find it frustrating when the batteries are called off due to the weather, as last year was really bad?
Yeah, obviously, there's nothing you can do about the weather, but it is quite frustrating when it rains for weeks on end, and you sat there doing nothing, twiddling your thumbs. You want to get out there and race, and it is quite frustrating.
What do you do when the season has finished? Do you work, train, or rest?
I like to do a bit of training, and I like to rest as well. So, I think if you stop training completely, you get quite lazy. So, it's always good to keep fit and keep training, as well as resting and doing your own thing. It's nice to see family when the season's finished, because I don't get to see a lot of family after when in season.
Who's your favourite sports person outside of Speedway?
Oh, that's a tough one. Yeah, I've got to look at Travis Pastrana. I think he's from what he's achieved in so many sports, extreme sports. He's unbelievable. And when you watch his Nitro Circus, Steve, he's absolutely amazing. So I think he's definitely one of my favourite people.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much.